Welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the ZX family, bringing you guys a market analysis update. Let's talk about what's happening with the crypto space right now. As of now, we're seeing a really good day across the board. A lot of altcoins feeling love. Again, something we haven't really seen since, that major bloodbath that we did see just about 2 days back, which again is one of the biggest pullbacks we have seen in the history of crypto. But things are moving back very quickly. What is really causing this? We're going to talk about all of that. I'm going to share my personal opinion as always with you guys. But before we get into it, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So we're about to see more liquidation happening because $6 billion in shorts will be liquidated when Bitcoin hits $116,000. And Bitcoin is actually approaching closer and closer to that. But why is the market pumping right now? Because Donald Trump has come out and said something. So you can see he came out and pretty much had a softened tone in regards to the China and the tariffs itself. Says he this is what he says. If you missed my XRP update, don't worry about China, it will be fine. Highly respected president just had a bad moment. He doesn't want a depression for his country, neither do I. The USA wants to help China, not hurt it. President DJT. And that brought in so much excitement within the crypto space. And we saw Bitcoin literally pushing towards the upside. Dominance fell quite sharply. And, altcoins really had an amazing field day. And you can really see that for yourself across the board. But going back to what I said, you could see literally, I tweeted this on, I think yesterday night or the day before. I said, why do I have a gut feeling that we're going to see a tweet from Trump in support of crypto that will send the market back to where it was? Only time will tell. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to come out and talk, specifically about crypto, but even some positive news like the one that we have seen that could have a positive impact on the crypto market. We did end up seeing that. And I think, the next week is going to be very interesting. Obviously, it's a long weekend here in North America, but I think, next week is going to be very, important for the stock market as well. We're going to really see how the stock market reacts. But again, a lot of people are frustrated though, because we are seeing one of the biggest liquidation that happened within the crypto space. And as I've stated to you guys before on the market analysis updates, market overall is matured now at this point. We should not have seen this type of move for Bitcoin, and it's been clear at this point that there was some major manipulation that did end up occurring, which caused a retracement like the one we did. But you can really see how Bitcoin is picking up quite fast. Yes, Bitcoin's picking up, but should we be watching out for some of the key levels? Absolutely. We're still in a weekend. That's something I want you guys to keep in mind. And we also want to keep in mind from, the market maker's perspective. But again, dominance is something we want to, first and foremost talk about. You can clearly see for yourself these lines that I have drawn. This is not for no reason. You can see we retested exactly at 59.3%. Dominance did bounce. But again, this is exactly what you want to see happening if you hold altcoins. If you're looking at Bitcoin right now, Bitcoin had a major move towards the upside. Of course, as soon as Donald Trump came and made that statement, Bitcoin absolutely, had a breakout. And right now, we're just at the neckline of our confirmation, as I have told you guys about this confirmation so many times. But most importantly, right now, the confirmation we really want to be looking at is 117. And obviously that would mean that the shorts have been liquidated at that point. Again, guys, right now, what I want you guys to focus on is, yes, we're getting close to our confirmation level 1, but there's still too much that has happened, and market makers could come and do the opposite. Because now if the market is picking up and let's say more and more people start longing, they could step in and do the complete opposite. Maybe we do see the $116,000 being retested and those shorts getting liquidated, but that could mean the complete opposite for Bitcoin. Maybe you do see Bitcoin retesting the 23.6 fib zone once again. These are some of the things that we need to keep in mind. Of course, keep an eye out on the confirmation as of now. And still, one thing I have stated on my channel is I think we're still going to see some back and forth happening. And let's say we hear like some sort of a statement coming out of China that is not like the best sounding, then of course the market can react to that as well. But again, going back to what I said in my market analysis update, some people were calling that, the market is done, the bull market is done. And I've stated to you guys before, this was a hiccup. There was major manipulation that ended up happening, but I don't think that, the bull market is done. And we're already starting to see how fast capital is, flowing into the space. You can see for yourself, we have seen quite a nice sharp move towards the upside for Bitcoin right now. And I do believe recovery will happen much quicker. But again, you want to see a little bit of more confirmation for Bitcoin, because yes, we're having a big day right now, but Bitcoin really needs to break out of some key levels and actually remain above there. And we need to obviously look for some more confirmations. So again, if you've been dollar cost averaging in again anything at this point over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours, you're up like double digits in terms of gains. And that should tell you everything you need to know. And as I've stated to you guys before on the channel, I personally think we're not done yet for the bull market. Yes, there's so much people on the crypto Twitter that are saying, yeah, bull market is over, this and that, yada, yada, yada. I've been saying my personal opinion, no, bull market is still going. And I think we could still actually pick up where we left off much quicker than you think. Altcoins could finally have their time. Maybe this was the flush that we needed. We'll see what happens. But maybe now, due to this major flush, we do see the bull market extending a little bit. Obviously, a lot of people were talking about Q4 should be the time, and that's what I've been saying as well. But if you've been watching some of my recent updates, I've been saying, again, timeline has been Q4, January, February at most for myself, and I still do believe that could play out. But we're going to keep you guys covered step by step. Make sure if you are, making some crazy amount of profits right now, and you're not in it for the long haul, and you don't want a Bitcoin risk to obviously imply into the altcoins. Let's say you cannot afford to lose the profits that you're making, then take some profit off of the table. Simple as that. There's no more rocket science to that. I'll keep you guys covered. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and follow me on X, guys. Link in the description. We are building the community on X like never before, and we are going to really start posting a lot on there. Love you all. See you later. I've been Crypto ZX, and peace out.